Good morning. I am Richard Rossi, Deputy City Manager. I'd like to welcome you all to the 20th Annual Outstanding City Employee Awards Ceremony for the City of Cambridge. Today we're going to recognize 8 individuals with over 100 years of service to the City of Cambridge. These people demonstrate high level of professionalism and deliver quality services and customer service, and have been recognized by their fellow employees as being outstanding in their departments as well as throughout the city. So I want to congratulate not only the winners, but to the 60 other employees who were nominated this year. I think that's really says a lot about how people feel about coworkers. I want to thank Eni Tomeo and Bob Coe for taking care of the photographs today, and remind the winners that as soon as we finish, before the crowd breaks, if the winners would come forward and line up for a group photograph, we would like that. I also, at this time, want to give a special thanks to the producer and director of this event, Mary Ellen Carvello, who she's like a combination of Martin Scorsese and Spike Lee. She does a great job. So we're lucky to have her and the effort that she puts into this, and I want to thank her for another great event. So as we move forward today, we also want to remember that this award was started by our city manager, Bob Healy, and we have sort of kiddingly called these awards the Bobbies. And this will be Bob's final presentation of awards in his career here as a city manager. So as I call him to the podium, please give him a special round of applause. City Manager Bob Healy.
Thank you very much. You just ruined all my funny lines. Everybody knows what a comedian I am, and I was actually going to start off kind of wondering whether next year these would be called the Richies. I will happy to bestow the honor to you, Rich. It's kind of like Jay Leno or Jimmy Fallon replacing Alex Trebek. I think that's the rumor, at least. So, again, thank you so much. This is always one of those feel-good days, and I believe, given what the city and the region and the state have been through in recent days, it's important to have a feel-good day. But I would be remiss if I didn't ask everybody to stand for a moment of silence for MIT police officer Sean Collier and the 3 deceased marathon participants or spectators as a result of this terrible tragedy. So thank you very much for standing. The mayor gets a gavel to end the moment of silence. Some would say it's more appropriate for you to bang your hand on the table, which is sometimes I've been known to do. It really is important to have days like this. We make it coincide with National Public Service Week. And the very important piece of National Public Service Week is to recognize people who serve the public, and that's our job. Well, some of us do it, or some of you do it in a very outstanding fashion, but probably the greatest pride I have in what has been a wonderful tenure in a great city is the development of the professional skills and the professional behavior and job performance of our city employees. We have encouraged the concept of customer service. We have encouraged the work together mode, and we've achieved that. It has never been more important than the last 3 weeks to watch how public safety officials, not only in Cambridge, but throughout the Commonwealth, worked together, how medical institutions came together, and how in the aftermath, not only the public safety folks, but the school department, the public health department, all of the social service agencies trying to deal with what was a terrible tragedy, led by the mayor, as is appropriate in these circumstances. But our performance by our employees, by our professional department heads, many of whom are gathered here today, I can only say thank you. And it's very appropriate today to recognize 8 employees who, in a way, if I could find my glasses, but I'm not reading this speech. I do have to read your write-ups. Exemplify that which I have described. This is a snapshot of what is great about the employees in this city: their professionalism, their customer service, their integrity, their capacity to work diligently and hard and beyond the call of duty. So I would like all of us to appreciate these 8 folks who are being honored today and the numerous people who have been honored in past years by this award. And it is great to see, in keeping with the tradition, that once again Public Works has figured out how to occupy the balcony. So the first award, and these are done in alphabetical order, so there's no ranking involved, is, and I'd ask you to come forward as I call your name and step up here to receive your award after you listen to my recitation of the summary of the reasons. Saeed Ali, Heavy Motor Equipment Operator, the Department of Public Works. Can you come up, Saeed? Saeed started his career with the city in 2003 as a laborer in the Parks and Urban Forestry Division of Public Works. In 2005, he obtained his commercial driver's license, and that same year was promoted to the position of Parks Maintenance Craft Worker Motor Equipment Operator. In 2009, Saeed was then promoted to the position of Heavy Motor Equipment Operator in the Solid Waste Division. Later that year, he transferred to the off-hours shift. In this position, Saeed not only provides reliable service emptying public area rubbish receptacles, but is an initial responder to a variety of emergencies. Whether he is responding to a fallen tree limb or checking a city building when alarms are ringing, Saeed's soft-spoken ways and can-do attitude is what sets him apart. He continues to play a big role in snow operations. Just this past year, he could oftentimes be seen behind the wheel of a large plow or salter. Saeed was recognized with the Ruth and Carl Barron Award in 2006 and the Commissioner's Award for Outstanding Performance in 2007. Originally from Somalia, Saeed is a naturalized citizen. He and his wife own a home in Cambridge where they live with their son and daughter. Saeed, thank you for your dedication to the city of Cambridge.
Thank you very much. I don't have much to say, but I'm going to read this. First and foremost, I would like to express my thanks to the committee in selecting me for the City Manager's Award. I am deeply humbled that I have been chosen. When I had first read of the news that I was selected, and after several moments of trying to compose myself, I couldn't wait to share the news with my family. I had tears mixed with joy. My wife and my children were very pleased and deeply proud of my achievement. Again, thank you. Over the last decade, working for the city, I have found it to be immensely rewarding. There is no other place that I could think of that I would rather work than the city of Cambridge. I have been entrusted by the city of Cambridge to serve the citizen of Cambridge, and I do it with honor and pride. I deeply appreciate the opportunity the city has given me in broadening my horizons as an employee, a homeowner, and a citizen of this great city. I must admit I have met some very special people along the way who have always been more than gracious to lend their hand and ear or just a plain old pat on the back for a job well done. I will admit this award ceremony may be a bit untimely for all of us in the wake of the most recent deplorable and tragic events brought upon our communities by a few evil men. In any event, it is somewhat bittersweet for me, but I have no doubt as a community and a Cambridge citizen, we will heal and move forward by banding together towards peace. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to a few of my supportive colleagues and friends who have helped me along the way. Thank you to Joe Russell, Ron Baldassaro, and Ned Rucard. In closing, I would especially like to say thanks to our Commissioner, Lisa Peterson. I have always been grateful of her open door policy and her kind words of help and support on policy issues. Lisa, you'll be missed by all of us at Public Works. I would also like to say good luck and I wish you well in your new job. Thank you, Mr. City Manager. Thank you.
Now you gotta stay for your picture.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
I really need to get contacts, I guess. There's been a slight change in the program because I did get caught up in this, and I was supposed to commence with introducing the mayor, who would introduce her colleagues. We have thus decided that we will present the awards so the people who are sitting here nervous about what they are going to say won't mess up like I have. So we will continue in the alphabetical order and then have the mayor and her.
But you could say hello to my colleagues.
Well, the colleagues will probably want to speak as usual, so we'll let the mayor. I think I was at an event with Richie. No, never mind. The next award is to Clifford Cook, Project Planner, Community Development Department. The Community Development Department relies on a wide variety of planning information, whether it is state employment statistics, city housing production, census population figures, journey to work numbers, and multiple other factors. Over the past 15 years, Cliff Cook has been responsible for providing the planning information for the work of the Community Development Department, as well as many other city departments. Cliff worked with the city's IT department to establish the now invaluable CDD Geographic Information System operation. He has been a key team member for such projects as citywide rezoning, the Eastern Cambridge Planning Study, the Concord-Alewife Planning Study, and the current K2C2 study, providing not only the data analysis for the complex build-out scenarios being considered, but also thoughtful insights into the quality of the data and its intended use. Cliff has been responsible for directing the safe and orderly transition of the Community Development Department's use of new and updated software, as well as maintaining up-to-date and computer support for all staff needs, from laptops and projectors to graphics production and network systems. He has exhibited an exceptional customer service, cross-departmental cooperation, and an ability to do outstanding work on a day-to-day basis. Shortly after Cliff arrived, he directed the establishment of the original CDD website, and most recently coordinated the production of the outstanding new departmental website, which he continues to improve and maintain on a constant basis, with over 500 pages of information covering every aspect of the Community Development Department operation. He annually provides demographic analysis to other city departments, including the Department of Human Services, the School Department, and the Budget Office. He directs the work of the department's computer support and GIS mapping, and since his arrival prior to the 2000 census, has worked on the team of the city staff who coordinate with the federal census on all aspects of the project, from the initial delineation of districts to the final analysis of information. Throughout each of these projects, Cliff maintains a willingness to work the long hours required by the task, and along with a welcome sense of humor and perspective, always brings an outstanding clarity and focus in his everyday work that has become the backbone of CDD. Thank you, Cliff.
I'm exhausted after listening to all that I'm doing. Maybe I should sit down and take a rest. As those of you who work with me know, usually if I'm up talking in front of a group, I have got a PowerPoint going on with a lot of charts and numbers. That's not really going to be the case today, but I'll start by saying that I've worked for the city for 3 years. And there's a few things I'd like to add. I'd like to first start out by thanking my family for their love and support, my wife Roxanne and my son Eli, who are both here today. The city manager in particular and his team for fostering an environment that I think allows us to do the great work that we do here, and the council for their support for Bob and his team. Let's see. I don't really have a whole lot I want to add. I think that Syed really set a very great tone here, and it's hard for me to even rise to that level. But I did want to comment a little bit about longevity. And I came here last year to watch several people I know well receive awards. And one thing that really impressed me was the number of years that many of them had worked for the city. And I think that's a really key thing in terms of the level of service that we provide to the public and that we provide to one another. I think that by working together, by learning the city block by block, building by building, person by person, school by school, which takes time, takes a lot of time, you really are able to do a lot more for the community and for the government. I think it's been great that we've had leadership that's for the last, I don't even know how many years Bob's been here. I think it's been about 30.
39 Monday.
Oh my God, 39 years. It's great that he's been able to set this tone that's allowed us to do this type of work, because I don't think this is true in any situation, every situation anywhere else, and it's certainly not true in other government situations. So that's what I've got, and thank you all very much.
Obligatory photo.
Yes.
All right? One more.
He's not sure. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brian, you have my permission to buy Cliff a tablet like yours, so he doesn't have to refer to an iPhone for his remarks. I know we have the year-end spending controls in effect, but I think a tablet for Cliff would be okay. So I think they're under 5,000 these days. Martha Flynn, Assistant Commissioner, Inspectional Services Department. Martha was first hired by the city in 1993 as a temporary data entry operator at the Water Department. In 1996, Martha transferred to the Public Works Department as an administrative assistant in the engineering division. Looking for a new challenge, Martha joined, boy is that a challenge, joined the Traffic and Parking and Transportation Department in 2002 as a part-time budget analyst, eventually transitioning to full-time, and in 2008 was promoted to project manager. Martha worked at Traffic, Parking, and Transportation for 8.5 years and then was promoted to a position within Inspectional Services in 2010. She really has been the city's utility infielder. We can play her at any position and she plays it well. So whenever there was a project that needed staff support, she jumped in and cheerfully got the job done. She got along well with everyone, wherever she worked, in large part because she added value to every project she was involved with, and the staff in each department wanted to work with her because the projects were always improved by the collaboration with Martha. Martha was a key player in improving Traffic, Parking, and Transportation's website and implementing many of the online services she pulled together, and she also pulled together Traffic, Parking, and Transportation's training manual for parking control officers, which has been enhanced and used regularly ever since. She set up the street permit system on the Cambridge request system and initiated the online application process. Now I remember these are stapled. Martha has a particular skill with setting up systems and providing tools that make others work simpler. Many of the best systems that Traffic, Parking, and Transportation continue to use today are those that Martha set up with staff during her tenure there. Martha joined the Inspectional Services Department in 2010 as the Assistant Commissioner. She took charge of the computerization of the department. Working with the IT department, she has successfully implemented Inspectional Services Department's online permitting system, which will be the backbone for many other online permitting systems throughout the city. And also even has, Cliff, you'll appreciate this, the inspectors using tablets for creating their inspection reports, which obviously saves the time of filing written reports out in the field or coming back to the office and filing those reports. So obviously the staff at Inspectional Services has reacted well to this new tool, and it's been a great improvement in the operation of the department. In addition to these efforts, Martha manages the department's budget and supervises health and sanitary inspectors and the Inspectional Services Department's office staff. She is an extremely dedicated employee and is well liked by the staff and a great asset to the department. For her wide-ranging efforts, essential skills, and dedication to the City of Cambridge for the past 20 years, Martha is the most deserving recipient of an Outstanding Employee Award. Thank you, Martha.
Wow. That was very nice. Thank you. In June of 2010, I was offered the position of the Assistant Commissioner in the Inspectional Service Department. I thought I had won the lottery. Along with the normal responsibilities of the position, I was required to bring the ISD into the world of technology. side by side with IT department, in particular, Scott Hamilton, the project manager. There were many long days from the RFP process, working with consultants, picking the brains of the ISD staff, gaining their buy-in to work with the program, training, and go live. Even though there were many moans and groans throughout the process, every minute was worth it. On the same day as go live, the new ISD website was introduced, along with other valuable information. It contains links and instructional videos to guide the public through the online application process, which has really been a great success. I would like to thank Bob Healy and Rich Rossi for believing in me, the IT department for having my back, the ISD staff for making my job a pleasure, and the person or persons that nominated me for this award. It's a great feeling to know you're appreciated. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
congratulations.
Thank you so much. That was very nice, Bob. Thank you.
Grant, are you all set for the next one? We want to be sure the cameras are focused. Calvin Lindsay, Director, 22 City View. Calvin began his employment with the City of Cambridge in 1999. Over the last several years, the municipal cable channel, now known as 22 City View, has become one of the most sought-after outlets for getting information out to residents and employees. From Monday night council meetings, to covering city events, including the dance party, to filming special occasions in the city, such as the centennial celebration of Tip O'Neill, Calvin has shown the ability to tailor and customize a project to fit specific needs through his local knowledge and production creativity. His determination to see a project through to its full potential is infectious. As a department administrator, Calvin encourages his staff to develop and enhance their skills while prioritizing a positive work environment. He takes great pride in knowing that he is successful when his staff is successful. He accomplishes this through his ability and willingness to share his expertise. Calvin has increased the quality and quantity of programming and has shaped and expanded the municipal channel's message and purpose to better serve Cambridge residents. Since becoming director of 22 City View, the channel has seen a 350% increase in viewership. What you may not know about Calvin is that he began his career as a WGBH-TV Boston Public Broadcasting Station affiliate and is a 7-time Emmy Award-winning series producer for Say Brother on public television, public television's longest-running local series. His credits include myriad projects ranging from political coverage to documentary and dramatic treatments. He conceived the award-winning documentary series Reflections, which chronicled the lives, seminal moments, and motivations of a number of artists and cultural innovators, including Judith Jamison, James Earl Jones, the Nicholas Brothers, and Henry Hampton. Masterworks, another award-winning series developed by Calvin, features some of the most notable musicians working in the jazz genre. Calvin's current projects include Rebel, a docudrama feature about a woman soldier of the American Civil War, scheduled for a 2013 PBS release, and Empty Kitchen Chairs, a feature-length co-production with Stage Praise Productions